I will be focusing more on interaction than on regular presentation. But anyway, some slides I have prepared for this purpose. Offloading I have already described. Any measure which reduces pressure from any abnormal pressure sites is called offloading. As I have already told you, this is just a reminder slide that maximum pressure, both vertical pressure and shear pressure, is at the edges. You see these edges? They are thick, calloused. They further increase the pressure by 30%. So, debridement of these edges and repeatedly debriding them is foremost part of offloading. I claim this is offloading. This is part of management, should be done regularly, but it definitely contributes to offloading. Gait modification I have already told. Callus formation, etc. I have already told. Now I'll take up the practical part. These slides are repetition, so I am going faster than them. So here comes the Samadhan system, as I was telling you. Interestingly, even in advanced countries, there is no instant offloading. Sometimes in order to get a removable walker, you might take few days. You have to order it. Sometimes you have to order by net. It may take even 7 days. So Samadhan, we claim, is the only method which is instant. Right in the clinic it can be given. So that is why the workshop is on instant offloading. It is on instant offloading. Even if you want a plastering, total contact scars, you have to first call a technician who will do it. Sometimes he is not available free, he is not free, so after few days you have to call the patient. During that time, patient remains without offloading. So the only thing which is instant is this one. But of course, currently what we are doing is we are forcing the patient to remain in bed, that is total rest, and followed by that we resort to offloading. Now this I have already described. Now I will be focusing more on this part. I'll show you the things. Which is very simple. You have to cut a piece of this rubberized foam. I told you the thickness should be around 1 centimeter and the density, that means the thickness, should be 40. And then we get adequate offloading. As somebody was pointing out in the previous session, if we use a sponge, it gets compressed completely. So will not do. You apply liquid adhesive on one side, then very cautiously you roll it up like this. Even if liquid adhesive touches your fingertips, etc., you immediately wipe it off out of any piece of cloth. Enough. So, to begin with, such a device is ready. Big one. When a patient comes, we take up the width of the plantar surface, as I told you here, and then cut it to size. Say for example, this is the size of the plantar surface. And then we have a piece of elastocrate bandage. And these fasteners are provided by the company which provides the elastocrate bandage. They are present inside, but most often they are lost or misplaced. So we recommend this safety pin. This is this is available everywhere and is very safe. It is not going to prick the patient. I have already told you this all. Now I will again open the session for some more questions if you need. This is all I have done. I have already shown you these slides. I am not going to narrate them. This is the book on diabetic foot, authored by us and is quite in demand. It is a very, very simple book. 500 copies have been distributed among doctors, although I have authored it for the patients. But it is so informative that even doctors are going through it, and the book has been distributed among the doctors of Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and India. So now you can ask any other question pertaining to workshop. And this is the sealing wax. You see, in Nepal you call it lak, right? We call it lak, but in English it is called sealing wax. When you apply fire over here, it melts, and the drops, big drops, can be poured over the edge of the samadhan, this bed, elastocare bandage, and then the patient cannot open it. If you feel the patient can do it, you can even emboss some impression over here, right? Because there are certain naughty patients who can break the seal and reapply it. So the question of adherence might be there. So for that we have embossing business also. We have got a ring-like thing which has got some mark. So if you press it, the impression is there, that patient cannot do. So this can make a truly compliant patient.